Welcome to Fake Love and Flying Monkeys, the podcast where fake love is exposed. I'm Nova Gibson and I am your host. I'm the principal counsellor at Brighter Outlook Narcissistic Abuse Counselling.com.au. This space is dedicated to helping you reclaim your worth and understand the impact of toxic relationships with suspected narcissists. You deserve clarity, healing, and freedom from the pain of fake love and flying monkeys. So please leave a review and grab a copy of my book, Fake Love, Understanding and Healing from Narcissistic Abuse. Let's uncover the truth and take back your power. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Fake Love and Flying Monkeys. So the narcissist flipped the script on you. You were the one trying to survive, trying to keep the peace, trying to make things work. And now somehow you're the villain in their story, the abusive one, the toxic one, the unstable one. And to make it worse, other people actually believe them. If that sounds like your reality, you are not alone. And as I tell you over and over again, you are definitely not crazy. Let's break this down, because what you're going through is one of the most confusing and unfair things that narcissists do to their victims. It's called DARVO. Remember this acronym, DARVO, which stands for Deny, Attack, and Reverse Victim and Offender. And it's their favorite weapon when the truth that you would be telling anybody else threatens their very carefully curated image. Let's face it, narcissists need to be the victim, always. They cannot stand being seen as the problem. Their whole identity is built around being the good one, the charming one, the misunderstood one. So when you start waking up and trying to set boundaries, speaking up, or God forbid, trying to leave, that's when the smear campaign starts. They go into full preservation mode, not because they care about your pain, but because they care about what people think of them. They need a scapegoat, and guess who that is? You. They will cry to friends, family, even therapists, and it will be about how you were controlling, jealous, aggressive, ungrateful. They sprinkle in these little half-truths, these twisted stories and straight up lies. And they do it all with that calm, wounded tone that makes them seem so believable. To outsiders, they look like someone who tried their best, someone who's endured so much from the likes of you, someone who just wants peace. And when you react, cry, get angry, or try to defend yourself, you only reinforce their story. It is a setup. It's a rigged game from the start. But of course, whenever the narcissist uses your reactions as a weapon against you, you're just trying to defend yourself in those occasions. Of course you are. But here's the kicker. Narcissists are excellent at provoking a reaction from you. As you know, they poke and prod. They gaslight, guilt trip, and bait you until you finally snap. And then, boom. Look how angry and unstable they are. I told you they were abusive. They'll record you in your worst moment. They screenshot text you sent out of desperation. They twist your boundaries into controlling behavior. Meanwhile, everything they did to push you to that point, that vanishes into thin air. No one hears about that. No context, just a highlight reel of your worst reactions. And this is what makes it so cruel. victims often end up looking like the problem to everyone else simply because they were reacting to months or years of manipulation, emotional neglect, stonewalling, or even physical abuse. You might have yelled, thrown a bag, begged them to explain themselves, cried on the floor, and now they've frozen that one moment in time and held it up as proof, in inverted commas, that you were the unstable one all along. And because most people just don't understand trauma responses, especially those triggered by narcissistic abuse, they believe it. It feels like everyone has turned on you when the narcissist engages in DARVO. This is one of the most gut-wrenching parts of this whole mess, is the way people turn against you like that. People you thought would see the truth, people who know your heart, or you thought they did, friends, family, sometimes even your own kids. And here's why. Narcissists are master image managers. They've likely been grooming these people for years without them knowing it, subtly planting these little seeds about how difficult or emotionally unstable you are. It starts small. Little comments like, she's been so stressed lately, or he overreacts to everything. They get really jealous. I don't know why. Those little seeds start to grow. So when the narcissist finally opens up and says, I didn't want to say anything, but I was actually being abused. Boom, instant credibility they have. And now you're left with a shattered support system. People start to ghost you. They block you. They whisper about you, or worse, they confront you with the narcissist version of the story, and they expect you to defend yourself. It is emotionally devastating. You start questioning your own reality and wondering if maybe you really were the problem, but you weren't. Now, the narcissist always gets ahead of the story. This is the key to understanding their behavior. They're like a chess player. While you're trying to play fair, they're thinking ahead about how they can destroy you. They anticipate your pain, your awakening, your need to speak out, and they get ahead of it. Before you even realize how bad it was, they've already told everyone that you were the abuser. Why do they do this? Well, because they know the truth is dangerous. To them, exposure is annihilation. So they create this hypothetical smoke screen before you can even open your mouth. They use their charm, their tears, their vulnerability as tools, and they always come out looking like the hero, or at worst, the tragic victim who tried so hard. It's not just self-protection, it's strategy. So what do you do then? Well, first, guys, stop trying to convince people who don't want to see the truth. I know that sounds harsh, I know, but it's the reality. The more you try to explain, justify, or clear things up, the more it looks like you're just trying to cover your tracks. Narcissists know this. It's part of the trap. It also keeps you engaged, which is exactly what they want. Instead, put your energy into grounding yourself, into healing, into surrounding yourself with safe people who don't need an explanation to believe you. So here are some steps that can help, guys. Number one, go no contact if possible. If not, go grey rock. Don't engage emotionally or in any other way. Number two, document everything. Screenshots, texts, voicemails, save it all. Number 3, keep your dignity. Don't retaliate. It's what they want. Don't stoop to what they're doing. Your silence will say more than your words ever could. Number 4, find a trauma-informed support group or therapist. People like myself, by the way, guys, I support people online via Zoom all over the world. So if you'd like to have a one-on-one Zoom support counseling session with me, please just see my website link in the description. Number 5, focus on your healing. Start rebuilding your self-worth piece by piece. The smear campaign is an extension of the abuse. It's psychological warfare, and it's terrifying how effective it can be. Here's what it usually looks like. Number 1, they'll tell mutual friends that you were emotionally unstable. Number 2, they paint themselves as calm, rational, and devastated. Number 3, they share carefully selected evidence in inverted commas. Number 4, they use pity and guilt to reel people in, to manipulate them. Number 5, they imply that you're dangerous or unfit, especially if children are involved. Number 6, they start new relationships and tell the new partner how abusive you were. And while they're busy playing the victim, you're left trying to pick up the pieces of your life, alone, confused, and often traumatized all over again. The goal of the smear campaign isn't just reputation damage. It's about control. It's about punishing you for leaving, for speaking out, for not begging them to come back, for being able to heal, and so on. It's about winning. But here's the truth. Abusers always accuse. Let that sink in. Abusers always accuse. It's one of their oldest tricks, because if they say it first, they control the narrative. They get ahead of your truth and drown it out. And people believe them because they seem so sincere. They cry, they act confused, they say things like, I just want peace, or I still love them, but I had to protect myself. It sounds so noble, but it's all a lie. They're projecting. Everything they accuse you of, that's their reflection, their guilt, their behavior. But they twist it and throw it onto you before you even realize what happened. And now you're not only dealing with the trauma of the relationship, but the fallout of this false narrative that's spread like wildfire. It might feel like your entire world has flipped upside down, guys, like you're trapped in some twisted parallel universe where you're the villain in your own story, but you're not. And deep down, you know that. You know what really happened. You know how many nights you cried, how hard you tried, how much of yourself you gave, how careful you were, how scared you felt. You also know how often they lied, how they twisted your words around, how they played the victim after hurting you again and again. Hold on to that, guys, because right now, your truth is your lifeline. It's okay if not everyone believes you right now. That doesn't change what happened. The people who matter most will see it in time. Or maybe they won't. Either way, you survived, and that's enough. Rebuilding yourself isn't quick. It's messy, emotional, and often really frustrating, but it's worth it, because the person who emerges on the other side, they're strong. They're a survivor. They're wise and they're grounded. Let the narcissist perform. You keep healing. They might still be out there playing the victim, getting sympathy, posting all these cryptic quotes, telling everyone their sob story. let them. You don't need to clear your name. You need to reclaim your peace. The people meant for you, they'll see through the lies eventually. And even if they don't, that doesn't define you. Your value is not based on someone else's understanding of your pain. You keep showing up for yourself, because the truth really has a funny way of surfacing, especially when you stop chasing it. And one day when you're calm, thriving, and no longer playing their game, someone will ask you what really happened, and you'll tell your story, not to clear your name, but to help someone else feel less alone. And in that moment, the narcissist will lose the one thing they could never truly steal from you, your truth. And that brings us to the end of another Fake Love and Flying Monkeys episode. Yes, it is incredibly painful, guys, when people believe the lies they're spreading about you. I know it's hard, but please rise above it and get lots and lots of support. Don't forget, if you'd like to have a one-on-one counseling session with me, I would love to support you. Just see my link in the description. And of course, don't forget to get your copy of my best-selling book, Fake Love, which has so much information in it to help you. If you'd like to support the channel, guys, please share, leave a rating and a review. And if you'd like to do a little bit extra, you can buy me a cup of coffee. On that note, it's bye from me for now. I also want to let you know about my new YouTube channel. I would love your support there, guys. Just look for Nova Gibson. I'm putting a video out just about every day now. So once again, there's another platform that you can draw support from. Until tomorrow's episode, guys, it's bye from me for now once again. Until then, please remember, you are worthy of love, and you are worthy of so much more than a lifetime of fake love and flying monkeys.